We want to welcome everyone to the webinar. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully everyone be okay, and we'll allow a few moments for folks to log in. Today we're going to find out some very interesting information. I'm excited about this webinar because I've heard Laura talk about her product that she has, and it's Realopedia, and she's going to talk to us and how Realopedia is helping real estate agents connect markets globally. So Laura Shirawi is on, and I hope I pronounced her name correctly. They took phonics out of school when I was a kid, so I have been forever taunted with that. But Laura is with Realopedia. Thank you so much for agreeing to do the webinar today, Laura, and we're going to let you go ahead and do your presentation. So thank you.
Thank you, John. Thank you very much. And thank you for organizing this webinar. And thank you, everyone, for attending, for those of you that have logged in. And welcome to the first Realopedia webinar hosted with our dear John Mayfield. Now, just to take you a little bit through what Realopedia is and why Realopedia came about and I am a realtor myself. I am a member of the association in Dubai. I'm also a member of NAR and a CIPS designee. I've been in real estate for approximately 36 years. I started real estate when I was quite young, and I was registered as a broker in Montreal. Been in Dubai for 22 years, and it was during the crash in Dubai that not just Dubai, but really globally, that I saw this vast need to connect not only markets really, it's actually to create an ecosystem for the entire real estate industry and to bring people on board and to network and bring professional-minded people together to network and to build their business globally in the most cost-effective way. Where we as brokers have been hit financially with other portals, we thought, let's just take a turn and do things differently. So we created Realopedia. And what it is, it's a B2B and a B2C platform. It's a business networking marketplace that brings the certified industry specialists together on a central platform. So what it does, it brings investors to certified professionals and gives investors the opportunity to search for commercial and residential properties, investments, certified agents, real estate companies, real estate developers, and service providers in the industry. Service providers in the industry are anybody that supports the industry. So it could be a lawyer, a bank, a legal entity, a private equity fund, an architect, a designer, a web designer, a marketing guru, anybody that feeds the industry. Realopedia is the entire ecosystem of the real estate industry. So it actually took us 2 years to register the name globally because we wanted to create something that was completely different and not just a portal or a listing portal where the agents keep getting hit with, massive costs to get their name out there. So we also wanted to have a data bank of real estate insight. So we created areas for statistics, reports, webinars, real estate insight, news, podcasts that anybody can upload onto Realopedia and share, different interviews or conferences they've been to or different presentations. John, your presentation will be brilliant on Realopedia, the one that you gave us last time on marketing. We should have this uploaded. Exhibitions, education, training through its Knowledge Hub. The crowdfunding aspect of Realopedia basically is with our partners in the US. So we don't crowdfund projects. We give the opportunity to realtors that have excessive contacts globally or entrepreneurs that want to crowdfund and bring the realtor to be able to maybe represent that project or that development, but bring them to somebody that is professional to crowdfund that project legally. So we chose a US entity to do that. So they do the crowdfunding. We just merely list the opportunity. Realopedia is a listing platform. It is not a crowdfunding site, but we create the opportunities for others to be able to build their business. So as one of our dear associates from San Diego Association of Realtors says, Realopedia is the next generation platform for real estate professionals. In an ever shrinking world, one must be constantly expanding their reach to stay competitive. Realopedia offers the perfect place to do that. It provides a unique ecosystem where fruitful relationships can be built in residential, commercial, and investment real estate. So you look at, TechCrunch that talks about market networks and new unicorn companies and how they're going to impact millions of professionals, how they work and how they earn their living. And it's so true when we look at the world that we live in today and how people want to cut costs and they want to be able to make money, to grow and expand, and they don't want to have to spend thousands of dollars doing that. So we have a social network and we have a market network on Realopedia. And both of them are tools for you, the professional, to grow your business and take yourself nationally and internationally. So again, it's investors and end user customers, agents and brokers, service providers, developers. They all come back and circle around, connecting with each other and building the networks together. Global reach, connectivity, networking, and that's what it's all about in the real estate world. So what we offer are certified real estate professionals, which is why we deal with associations, government bodies. We deal with MLS bodies, with corporates. We offer individual agent broker packages with unlimited listings, featured properties, and other numerous benefits based on other membership packages that are there, visibility on social platforms, social Facebook group. Why social Facebook group? A lot of people come from exhibitions and start connecting with others that they've just met on social media. When you look at markets like Asia or markets like the Middle East, people are very private and they don't want to have to share certain pages that are shared with their close friends or their family. And I know that from myself that every time I come back from an exhibition, I have about 60 invitations from people that I may not want to have on my social Facebook page, but that I would love to have on my business marketplace. And so the social group is there for those that want to be able to connect with other professionals on a Facebook group, but not one that is all over Facebook, one that is from and dedicated to the real estate market. And so there's also the business marketplace that will take you through the developer's preferred agents program, media centers with information on our Realopedia monthly talk show. So we have a partnership with a French station in Paris, and we have monthly talk shows where we always introduce a new market, a new member, a new network. Post a Job is an HR section that we've created for developers and real estate companies that want to, let's say, they want to advertise a vacancy within their organization, and they then can post it. And that is something that will grow at a slow pace on Realopedia, but would be quite powerful as the years go by, because people do want to cross-border transact and they don't know who to connect with and how to reach the targets of the different companies that may want to work with. And again, we have support in 28 languages. This is a Google Translate, so we're not reinventing the wheel. But what we did is we did a really good proofread in the 28 languages, and the headers and the content are as close to what a person needs to know when they're making a decision on what they want to do and the properties that they want to buy. So we'll take you through what makes us unique. We have the business networking platform and marketplace. So imagine that you are working on a B2B basis, business to business. You can post an opportunity. You're a realtor. You can search for an opportunity. You can connect with members, build your network, and reach investors. And if it's on a business to client basis, you can search investments, you can find the right market, connect with professionals, build your network, and expand your marketplace. So if you are a realtor and you have your listings on Realopedia for free in the classic section, you then can transport the listings that you choose into the business networking marketplace. And this is where agents can connect and build and expand their networks. This is where investors can connect with realtors and view investor opportunities. And this is where you can be part of a global marketplace. So how does this all work? So imagine you're scrolling your telephone. or your computer, but your telephone Q1 will have the app. And you're reading the Gulf News or you're reading the BBC News online, and you're going through all the different posts, and it's those that are interesting to you that you click on and you read. It's exactly the same thing. What you're doing here is you're logging into your back end, and on your dashboard, you will see something that is called Global Marketplace. On that Global Marketplace, you have a drop down of all the different categories that we can think of in real estate: apartments, businesses for sale, farms, furnished apartment buildings, furnished apartment hotels, healthcare opportunities, hospitality, hotels, industrial, islands for sale, joint venture investments, lands, luxury villas, marina developments, multifamily units, office buildings, offices, project developments, residential buildings, retail, resorts, shopping centers, staff accommodation, technology platforms, and so forth. And you scroll down and you can see the different opportunities that are there that have been posted by realtors around the world. The category of this marketplace is $1 million investment entry level. So you choose the opportunities that you have from your listings that are free on Realopedia, and you transport this here in the marketplace. This is an upgraded package, by the way. So this is a package that is extremely cost effective, but it's an upgradable package. So you go from your free listings and you choose those that you want in the marketplace. So when you look at this profile in front of you right now, you have my watch list, my marketplace, which has my network, it has my pending invitations, my listings, what I'm requesting, and it has pending documents, etc. It also has a global marketplace, my connections, and it has also the different posts that I've requested. So when you're scrolling down and you click, it says click and view profile. So then we'll go to the next page and shows you what it looks like. Once you come to the next page or you click that opportunity, you'll come into the global marketplace. This is an investment opportunity in Dubai. This is a dummy listing, but it'll show you connect and view profile. That profile is all about the realtor. So the more information you have on that document about yourself, more languages that you speak or your skills or your accreditations, I would suggest that you upload your profile and put as much as you can there, and you can then click connect. In this section, it's also very important to remember that when we have a marina for sale or a JV or a land for sale, these are non-exclusive listings. These are pocket listings or non-exclusive. This gives the realtor the opportunity to post these opportunities. So they just put a small brief on hotel for sale on Anastasia Boulevard, or wherever we are, Spain, Portugal, France, etc., Florida, New York, Chicago, Dubai, and it says an ROI return of so and so, 600 rooms, or etc. And that's where it stands. When you click connect, the agent that is posting will then accept your connection. When they accept your connection, you come into the detailed page, which has an uploaded non-disclosure agreement and a commission agreement. And we always tell people, please ensure that the commission agreement has the ID of the person, the passport number of the person that is signing that agreement. If it's an exclusive listing, you might not need these documents, but in order to screen your client, you might want to know your KYCs about the client. So it might be important to do that. If you need a commission agreement signed, great. If you don't need a commission agreement, then you don't need to upload it. Once the client, this is an investor that's looking at this, so they probably want to sign the commission agreement, or it could be a realtor like myself that's talking to another realtor in another country. Once I sign these documents and we agree, and we pass messages back and forth until we've agreed on the clauses, and we tick and we move to the next page, the leasing or the representing party of that property now gives me access or gives the investor access to the data bank or the data center. And this is where the documents are placed in the data center to be viewed by either the investor or the realtor. And this is where you build your connections globally. So it's all about empowering the agent for them to be able to upload opportunities for other realtors to see globally and for investors to be able to see. Realtors are logging in from their dashboard. So as they can post an opportunity for sale, they can also request an opportunity for sale. So the members, which are only the realtors in this particular segment, can post, for instance, Laura, working in Dubai, I'm a realtor, I'm looking for a hotel in Spain, or I'm looking for a piece of land to develop in Paris, or I'm looking for an office building in London, which I actually am, by the way, an office building in London. I would then be able to come to this segment as a realtor and view the different requests from the realtors around the world that are requesting opportunities for their clients. So these are the different opportunities that we have, and it's only the realtors that get to upload what they're looking for. This is the homepage of my own posts that I can edit, delete, amend. It shows what I've uploaded for sale, and it shows what I've uploaded that I'm looking for. So this is my own segment for me to be able to manage my own marketplace. This is an overview of the profile details of the agent, the realtor. And as I say, the more information you have, the more the investor is going to be impressed by your designations or the languages you speak or the company that you've worked for, your professional accreditations, things you've done, what are your skills, and so on and so forth. Gives you an overview of the marketplace members. This is not live, it's being populated. However, we want to populate it and launch this by mid to end November. And we want as many good-minded professionals on board as we can. So this is what the realtors see. So the realtors can see other members, but the investors cannot see other members. What the investors can see is only the segment that has to do with the opportunities that are for sale. So if an investor was logging in from the homepage of Realopedia, from the marketplace on Realopedia, what they would see would be these opportunities. And it's only when they register that they will be able to create their own dashboard. And they can connect with the realtors that are posting the opportunities on Realopedia. They cannot request an opportunity as the realtors do. They can request it to the person they've connected with, but they cannot just post an opportunity of what they're looking for because it'll be like bees to honey. I think the realtors would swarm down on the investors. We don't want them to run away from us. We actually want them on the portal for the benefit of all. So that's the marketplace, and it's a fantastic tool to connect globally, realtors to realtors. One other thing that we've added in the marketplace is for developers to be able to enter the marketplace with an opportunity, but not for the investors to see, to empower the agents. It's all about empowering the realtors and by empowering certified realtors. So if there's a developer, let's say in Dubai or France or Spain or the States, and within their development, they have an investment opportunity, maybe a land to be co-developed, or maybe a marina to be built, or maybe they're looking for a hospital on that project, or a hotel, or a low rise. These opportunities, developers can post in the marketplace for realtors to see. So realtors in one country can see what a developer has in another. You might be sitting in Paris and there's a development in Brazil where they're looking for a particular hospital. So it opens up this agents being able to have access to other opportunities around the world and speaking to vetted professionals around the world and having opportunities to offer their investors, irrespective of which company you're sitting in, and irrespective if you're sitting in your office or in your pajamas or having coffee in the morning. It's about bringing the opportunities and the developers to the realtors to network and make money. So that's the marketplace. And if we have any questions on that, before we move into this new segment, please do let me know so we can address it now. Any questions, John, in this section?
Laura, I am not able to see the question bank due to I'm just a panelist, so do you see any questions on your side?
None so far. Are there any questions that you
Okay.
have about? Is this clear? Do you have any questions about
It's a,
the marketplace?
yeah, I'm very it's a very intriguing platform, and I really am. It's very interesting to me, and especially with a lot of the research I've been doing through my Realtor University work and some other programs that when you get down to where most of the people are making business, it is through networking, through people you know, through these types of channels. So I find that I was just sitting here thinking to myself, this is a really a good place to spend some of your daily time working in this type of a dashboard and looking for the potential leads and matching different types of properties and just networking with people in general. So, but
You know,
very, very interesting.
thanks. John, I'm a realtor, and you cannot be at every exhibition, and you cannot fly everywhere. People are scared of flying, and people don't want to spend money. To be very honest with you, they don't, and they don't want to spend money and thousands of dollars to go from point A to point B. And I know that a lot of the exhibitions I've been to as a realtor, I come back with about 100 business cards. And how many of those really translate into money? And when you think about the amount of money you actually spend to get to these locations, it's expensive. And people want to cut back. People have families, they have kids, there are universities, disasters that are happening around the world. But we all want to make money in real estate. And if we connect the real estate professionals on a central platform and introduce them to new markets, markets where realtor.com or NAR or people that they cannot get into these markets, and they won't because there's a different mentality. And we're sitting in an area whereby we can connect people on a central platform where they can transact and they can do transactional tools and they can have those tools that they need and keep on improving and perfecting this marketplace. This is where the world is going. It's as simple as that.
Yes,
It's where the
you're
world is
exactly
going.
right.
I sit in the morning at home and I'll have my cup of coffee and I'll transact on my emails and I sit there and I have to search for property that I want. And this came out of a need, came out of my need as a realtor. I was looking for a property in another part of the world several times, and just to connect and get through the red tape is exhausting and costly. And so I thought, what is the best way to bring all this to a platform and get people to really connect, realtor to realtor, without 1,000 people in between, and really transact? And so that's where this came from. So
Excellent.
the next module that we developed is called, I mean, there are many segments of Realopedia, but these are the two that really stand out for our presentation today. And this is called the Developers Preferred Agents Program. And what this does is, for instance, we signed with Dubai Properties, which is the government body. It's Dubai Properties Group is a member of Dubai Holdings Group. Dubai Holdings Group is the largest holding group in the UAE, or in, I would say, Dubai. And we have 5 amazing developers projects that are being uploaded this week on Realopedia. So when you bring those projects to Realopedia and you have realtors around the world, you give them the accessibility to be able to apply to these developers directly, sign commissions online directly, and and they can connect with with other real estate developers. So all the developer has to do is upload his pictures, build a marketing resource library, and agents can become a preferred agent to the developers. The real estate company applies to the program. Once the commission agreement is signed, the agent is then enabled through the company and they can access the marketing resource library. And through the marketing resource library, when they go through, they register and go through the username, the agent can go through the toolbar, browse the developer product, and they can look at the different products. Once they click that product, it's then in the name of that agent and it's white labeled in the name of that agent. And the agent can now access the program. So this is what the application looks like. The company applies, it goes to the developer, and then once they're approved, they have access to the marketing resource library on Realopedia, where everything is white labeled in the name of the agent. So they have the brochures that are white labeled in their name, they have the flyers that are white labeled in their name, and they have the tools where they can just send an email directly from Realopedia to their clients with plans and with different information about the product. And this is again gives you an example of the flyers that are white labeled in the name of the agent, and also the brochures that are white labeled in the name of the agent. And so this is what the brochure looks like, and this is what the so there's a question that came through to you that says, how is this really different from the FIAPSI platforms? And so that question is to you, John, from one of your members.
Okay, I think the way that is different from the Fiopsi platform is that this particular you're networking with a much larger audience, I would presume. That would be maybe Fiopsi members and members who are not Fiopsi. Would that be correct, Laura?
Correct.
Okay. Because how many people do you have currently that are in Realopedia? I know with the Miami Association alone is near what 40,000
40,000.
members.
So I'm a member. So the person that asked the question, I'm sorry, I cannot see your name. I'm a member of FIAPSI. This is nothing like FIAPSI. In terms of this segment that's like a directory, yes, there's information that is the same about, different members or different players in the market. And this is not what Realopedia is about. So Realopedia, as the name itself, is the entire represents the entire ecosystem of the real estate industry, which is a trusted real estate network. And there are a lot of people that are not FIAPSI members and they can connect. There are a lot of countries that do not have associations or bodies. And these are people that want to connect to real estate. They don't want to be part of other associations. They don't want to be on 10 different portals. They don't want to be in 1,000 different places. They want to be able to network with other realtors globally in a marketplace. And I, who am a member of most of these associations, find that I'm actually they're there for different reasons, and you have to make a decision. What is the reason that you need to grow your business? And if the marketplace is there, or the DPAP, or markets that we're entering, we have we have partnerships with media houses now, and we have a great plan that's coming into play next month. We have partnerships with the radios in real estate, and we have partnerships with Miami, we're their global marketing partner. We have San Diego on board that's coming on board. We've been we've been endorsed by Dubai government as being a trusted property portal and global portal for investors and realtors. We're partners with Dubai Real Estate Institute, which brings education from all around the world for master's degrees. And we bring you knowledge and podcasts and data and information and all kinds of interesting things. But mostly it's about you, the realtor, being able to connect with other like minded realtors and to have people always talking about you, about bringing investors to you, about bringing markets to you, about bringing developers to you, about letting you network on the platform. So it's very different than other portals. It's actually looking and researching all the portals out there. It's really the only portal that is what it is, to be honest with you. And I look at portals all the time, and there's a lot more that's going to be happening on Realopedia for the market. And bigger than that, as a difference, is that I am in the real estate industry. The partners are in the real estate industry. So we always want to make sure that we continue to bring the tools that are needed for professionals to grow their business. And it's the most cost effective way to grow your business. So I hope I
Well,
answered
and
the question from my side.
just to add on to that, Laura, I'm kind of new to watching this about Realopedia, and you and I had met in India. We'd met before at the MIPIM conference, but we had met again in India, and I wanted Laura. She was telling me about her program, and I thought this would make a great FIOPSI webinar through the World Council of Brokers to show our members. We're always trying to show members what are some of the different tools that are out there. So, in all honesty, I'm learning just like those of you who are watching. And I probably don't know all the answers on how it's different from the FIOPSI website, but just in watching your presentation, it I think it's much more robust for FIOPSI members, it just gives them another tool that they can put in their technology tool belt to widen their audience and to reach a larger pool of potential investors and real estate agents to work with.
Exactly, exactly. Very much so. Very much so.
Great question. Thanks for asking that.
Exactly, exactly. And John, what we always want to listen to is we want to listen to what other people have to say because we will always continue to improve the product and add more services on that will always take and be in the forefront of of markets to be able to help people grow their business globally. And as I said, being in the business myself, I always come up with and want to come up with ideas. We brainstorm. We're quite a large team. We brainstorm ideas to continue to enhance realtors, to be honest with you, globally. So I hope I answered your question. I hope John answered your question. And please feel free to keep the questions coming. So, again, in the media center, interviews that you've conducted, please share them. Any webinar presentations you'd like to share, any audio and visual podcasts that you want to share, anything that has to do with real estate, please do share. People love to read them. People love to know more about it. So it's great, and it's a great way to learn and great tools in the real estate industry. A little bit about the Knowledge Hub is just we're populating this. We've got associations as they come on board, they become members. We're speaking to other countries. We have Miami on board, San Diego's on board, Panama's on board. We have others under negotiation. We have Dubai coming on board. We have the Dubai Real Estate Institute, and we have others. And it's just an ongoing process. And the data that we feed in this segment is specific to real estate and is provided by the associations and by the partnerships that we develop with others. And crowdfunding, again, we talked about that. It's out of the US, and it's when projects present themselves. This won't be active before end of the year, Q1 of next year, although they say earlier, but I'd like to see more towards the end of the year until it's perfected. So just again, the key benefits of Realopedia, you reach over 71,000 agents, find investment opportunities, you reach certified professionals, you have an investor marketplace, access the Knowledge Hub, search developers, a business networking platform, you're part of the developers DPAP program, you can upload unlimited free listings, create personal and company profile, and that's just in a nutshell the different segments of Realopedia, and just to give you a highlight again of the B2B and the B2C. So here are some stats. So we have over 70,000 agents, over 105,000 properties. We have about 35.3 million impressions from this year to date. About 200 plus countries that we've reached. We've have about 28 languages it's supported in. We've conducted 45 webinars. We have about 20.2 million website hits, 3.7 million Facebook reach, and actually that number is wrong, over 355K visitors. We actually went live officially in March at MIPIM of this year. And so what we see in terms of statistics, in terms of where we are, we look at the government of Dubai, and if they have been impressed with our product and they are involved in such fancy international structures, where they were very impressed with what we've done and where we are today. We conduct ongoing Realopedia webinars, and our next exhibition will be in Cannes, in France, in March. And so for those of you that are in France, please do visit us. For those of you that would like a personalized webinar, please do feel free to send us an email. We'll be more than happy to be there for you and help. And this is a part of the portal that we're always so happy to talk about, where we created what we call Realopedia Kids in Need. And at the end of every year, we support a charity that is for underprivileged children, and we build schools for kids. So we're part of charities actually that build schools. So last year we were involved with Nepal, with a school that was built for kids in Nepal with the government of Dubai under the Dubai Cares Initiative. And so at the end of every year, we always take a percentage of our memberships, choose a charity, and we support it, and is supported by the group. So a little bit of some testimonials today, but the one that I like the most is from Nicholas Zavala from San Diego Association of Realtors. And he says, Realopedia is a next generation platform for real estate professionals. In an ever shrinking world, one must be constantly expanding their reach to stay competitive. Realopedia offers a perfect place to do that, and it provides a unique ecosystem where fruitful relationships can be built in residential, commercial, and investment real estate. And so, for the gentleman that asked the question, that is pretty much the answer. I think that I would like to say that it is where you build fruitful relationships in different categories and different investment categories with professionals that are like-minded on Realopedia and reach investors and reach professionals. So that is my presentation, John. And,
Excellent. Well, it was a very good presentation. We really appreciate your time, Laura, and I appreciate the fact that as well she's going to do another session for us tomorrow so that we can also provide a webinar for the folks in Australia and the Asian time zones. So we're trying to do two webinars. We've had a lot of folks that from Australia who said, hey, we'd like for the webinars to be more convenient for us, and we have recorded this. We will put it on the website, but I'm kind of just wondering, is this, and maybe I'm totally off base, but is this, would you say that it's somewhat similar to a LinkedIn, but strictly for the international real estate community, or?
it's funny that you say that because when we our first press release, actually they called us the LinkedIn and the Facebook of real estate. And just
Okay.
when we were sitting with the government giving a presentation, they said, you're like the TripAdvisor of real estate. I was like, wow, TripAdvisor, Facebook, and LinkedIn. I mean, any of those associations are fine with us. But
Yeah, so
uh, you know,
I just thought that was kind of interesting because I could see a lot of similarities on how I use LinkedIn to find information, to broaden my education, to network with people, to share information, and but now I'm kind of narrowing my group to a more targeted niche of who I really want to deal with.
yeah. I don't have time to do
Excellent.
it, John, and there you go. That's another reason I don't have time to go. I don't have time to go to 10 portals. I don't.
Right.
I want to be able to go to one portal that speaks to the entire real estate industry where I can find people that think like I do and people that think like other professionals do and people that want to do what do we all want at the end of the day? Why are we in this business? Yes, it's the thrill of the business and we love the business and we spend more hours, I think, than any business on earth in real estate. It's because we like the thrill of transacting and deals and the rush of it. And that's if you're a realtor. And if you're a developer, you want to link to realtors that are like that. And how do you do that? And if you have people that are here that are so mega wealthy and they're not able to find that network, it's not about let's go and invest $10,000 billion on social media to get the networks. It's not that at all. It's network channeling. And this is what we're doing. We're network channeling people. Social media is just a part of it. Marketing we have and all that great stuff. But it's about linking people to the right markets so that those investors can find the right professionals.
Exactly. Well, Laura, thank you so much. Thanks everyone for joining us for this month's
Thank you.
World Council of Brokers webinar. And you have information there where you can contact Laura as well. We appreciate your time and hope this was helpful for you. And as always, we will look forward to having you next month for another webinar. Laura, I will talk to you in the morning bright and early as we
Thank
do
you,
this again
everyone.
for
Thank you
the
for attending.
illustrated. Thank you. Bye.
Guys, bye bye.